Hi guys, we're back. Now that we've tensioned down the brake caliper mounting bolts, and they're still a little loose, you can see the brake caliper's loose, we're going to squeeze the front brake so it's nice and tight, and then you're going to start torquing down or tightening down those two bolts until it's very snug, shall we say. Oops. Keep hanging onto the brake as you tighten it. So what we're doing is we're aligning the brake caliper to the rotor so you don't get any noise or any rub and brakes work well. There you go. The top one. Once you get it tight, just apply a little extra pressure. Still hanging on to the brake and keeping it tight. Once that's done, take your hand off the brake. Now to make sure that you've done this correctly, all you do, spin your front tire and squeeze your brake. And your brake should work great. If there's a little bit of noise, that's pretty normal because it takes usually a 10 or 15 minute ride to rub off the excess material on your brake pads to get rid of the noise. So don't feel worried if there's a little bit of noise, but if it's grinding or making excess noise, you want to look at it again and try this again, but a little bit of noise is okay. Now that we're done that, next thing we'll do is seat post. Seat post is pretty easy. It's a quick release seat post bracket. Slide it in. Tighten the quick release until you get some tension. Whoops. Until you get some tension. Once that's done, you can now tighten down the seat post. That allows you to adjust it to whoever's riding it, height-wise, low, high, somewhere in the middle, and we tighten it down. Almost there, everybody. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put on the front and rear fenders, or just the front fender. The front fender is pretty easy to put on. It just requires 3 connection points. There are 2 screws that are actually on the front fork you take off to put it on, and there's a bolt that in the upper part of the frame and a bracket. The bracket sits in the back. The bolt comes in, the nut goes on, and you tighten down the 2 screws. And I won't talk anymore, I'm just going to do it. And on the back, the final one, there's a bolt that fits on the back that tightens it down, and you're good to go as far as the front fender. Next component to it will be the pedals. Now the pedals, pay close attention to this one, they are labeled left and right. On the axle of the pedal, you'll see lettering, CRR signifying right, and CRL signifying left. Right and left are from the rider's position. So if you're sitting on the bike, right is on the right, left is on the left, so facing the handlebars. So they thread in the clockwise, so in the same pattern as pedaling. Lightly snug them. They go on fairly quickly, fairly easily. Pedals do not have to be tight. They just have to be a little bit snug. So once you get down to almost to the point of tight, you grab your wrench, the one that says 15 on it, and you snug them down. Like I said, just snug, do not over tighten them or you'll never get them off. And the reason behind that is that as you pedal forward, pedals are self-tightening, so they won't come loose. You don't have to worry about that at all. Last, but no, I think we're on the very last step here. Very last thing is you've got a reflector on the front. You want to tighten down with your screwdriver. Safety first. There you have it. We've built a Pluto R e-bike, and next thing to do is get out and ride it.